Hello dear students, welcome back to the online classes. This is the second lecture on the topic probability. My dear students, in the last class we have already studied the classical approach of probability, statistical approach of probability, axiomatic approach of probability, and after that we have seen what is a conditional probability, how to find the probability of event A given B, and that is given by the formula P of A given B is equal to P of A intersection B divided by P of B. With the help of this formula, today we are going to solve few questions which will be expected in the examination. And this topic is equally important for CET exam point of view. Dear students, let me begin with the questions from the exercise 13.1. In the first question, it is given that E and F are the two events such that P of E is equal to, it is 0.6, P of F is equal to 0.3, and also given that P of E intersection F is equal to 0.2. Now here we should find the probability of an event E given F. The probability of an event E given F is given by the formula P of E given F is equal to, it is P of E intersection F divided by P of F. But it is given that the probability of an event E intersection F is equals to 0.2 and the probability of an event F is nothing but 0.3. After simplification, we get the probability of E given F is nothing but, it is 2 divided by 3. Therefore, with the help of the conditional probability, we are supposed to find the probability of E given F. Similarly, we can observe we should find the probability of F given E, and it is once again given by the formula the probability of E intersection F divided by P of E. But here, dear students, we have been given the probability of E intersection F is 0.2 divided by the probability of an event is 0.6. Therefore, after simplification, we get the probability of F given E is equal to 1 divided by 3. My dear students, we will move to the next question, question number 2. It is given that the probability of an event B is equal to 0.5 and the probability of A given B is equal to 0.32. Then we should find the probability of an event A given B. And that is given by the formula once again, probability of A intersection B given P of B is equal to 0.32 divided by 0.5, that gives 16 divided by 2. Dear students, let me begin with one more question. If P of A is equal to 0.8, P of B is equal to 0.5 and probability of B given A is equal to 0.4. The probability of A union B. Let me write the given things first. We have been given probability of A is 0.8, the probability of B is 0.5, and also we have been given probability of B given A is equal to 0.4. Now let me find the answer for the first question, the probability of B given A. It is given by the formula. Probability of B given A is equal to P of A intersection B divided by P of A. This is the formula for the probability of B given A. Given already to you, that is 0.4. Now let us intersection B. By using this formula, we can rearrange the terms. The probability of B given A is equal to probability of A intersection B divided by P of A. P of A is nothing but 0.8. That is equated with the right hand side 0.4. By cross multiplication, we are supposed to get probability of A intersection B is equal to 0.4 into 0.8, that gives 0.32. Dear students, moving to the next question of the same problem, we should find the probability of A given B. The probability of A given B is given by the formula P of A intersection B divided by P of B. But here the probability of A given B is equal to the intersection between the two events. Probability is already given to you. It is 0.32 divided by probability of an event B is 0.5. After simplification of this ratio, we get 0.64. By calculator, you can calculate this value, that gives 0.32 divided by 0.5, that gives 0.64. Third question, moving to the third question, that is probability of A union B. As we have seen in the set theory in the last year syllabus, the number of elements of A union B is given by the formula n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. Likewise, the probability of A union B is given by the formula. It is P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. And we know the values for P of A. Also, we know the value of P of B. And just now we found the P of A intersection B in the first question. Therefore, by replacing these values 0.5 plus 0.5 minus 0.382, by simplification of these things, we get 0.98. Therefore, the probability of A union B is equal to 0.98. Dear students, one or two questions will be expected in the forthcoming CET examination. Therefore, you can focus this chapter. You will get a good ideas, and also you can get a more practice on these examples. Now, let me start with the one more question. Question number 4. Evaluate a P of A union B. If 2 times P of A is equal to P of B, and that is equal to 5 by 13. And also we have been given P of A given B is equal to 2 by 5. By given these three things, we should find P of A union B. Now let me begin with the solution of this question. It is given that 2 times P of A is equal to P of B, that is nothing but P of 5 by 13. Therefore, P of A is equal to 5 by 13 into 2, because 2 times P of A can be written as 5 by 13 into 2, that gives 5 by 26. Also, we will equate P of B with 5 by 13. Therefore, P of A is 5 by 6 and P of B is 5 by 13. Now already given is 2 by 5. By solving this, or by simplification, we know the formula for the P of A given B. It is given by the formula P of A intersection B divided by P of B, which is equal to 2 by 5. Now by cross multiplication, we can write P of A intersection B is equal to 2 by 5 into P of B. 2 by 5 as it is, P of B is given to you 5 by 13. By simplification, we get 2 by 13. It is known that P of A union B is given by the formula P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Now we replace the value for P of A plus P of B plus minus of P of A intersection B. This is our P of A plus P of B and minus P of A intersection B. After simplification, by taking the LCM for these three ratios, the LCM for these three is 26. First number will multiplied by 1 time, second number will get multiplied by 2 times, third number will get multiplied by again 2 times. Therefore, 5 as it is, 5 2s are 10 and 2 2s are 4. Therefore, it gives P of A union B is equal to 5 plus 10 minus 4 divided by 26. That is 5 plus 10 is 15. 15 minus 4 is nothing but 11. Therefore, 11 by 26 is the union between the probability of the union between the two given events. Dear students, let me read the sixth question. If a coin is tossed 3 times, the fair coin is tossed 3 times, then the sample space of that experiment will be S is equals to HH, HHT, HTH, HTT, THH, THT, TTH and TTT. It is given that the event E, let me read out the things from the question so that it will be easy to understand. The event E is given E head on the third toss. F is an event head on the first 2 tosses. The second question from the same problem is E is at least at most two heads. And third question is E is an event at most two tails and F is an event at least one tail. For the first question, it is given that the E is head down third toss, F head down the first two tosses. Let me start with the sample space. Sample space is S. The elements of the sample space are HHH, HHT, HTH, HTT, THH, THT, TTH and TTT. It can seem that the sample space has 8 elements. Now E is an event. Heads on two tosses, that is HHH, HTH, THH and TTH. Head is on the third toss. Therefore, these are the elements of the event E. And the event F is also given to you, the two heads on the first two toss. Therefore, F is an event containing HHH, HHT. And the intersection between these two events is only sample point HHH. This problem we are going to calculate the probabilities of each and every event. The probability of an event F is nothing but it is P of F is equal to 2 divided by 8, which is nothing but 1 by 4. And the probability of an event E intersection F is nothing but 1 by 8. Therefore, we should find the probability of E given F is equal to P of E intersection F divided by P of F. P of E intersection F is 1 by 8 and the probability of an event F is 1 by 4. By simplification, we get 4 by 8, which is nothing but 1 by 2. Now moving to the next problem of the same question. Here E is an event containing the elements HHH, HHT, HTH and THH. F is an event containing HHT, HTH, HTT, THH, THT, TTH, TTT. The intersection of these two events is nothing but HHT, HTH and THH. Now clearly we have been given here the probability of E intersection F is 3 by 8. Therefore, the number of elements in the intersection between the key two events is 3 divided by the total possible outcomes of the sample space. Yes, that is 8. And the probability of an event F is nothing but 7 divided by 8. Now clearly here we can see that the P of E given F is equal to P of E intersection F divided by P of F. That is P of E intersection F is 3 by 8 divided by 7 by 8. By simplification we get 3 divided by 7. Therefore this is the solution for the second question of the similar example. Dear students, you can solve the similar questions from the textbook, and if you have any problem, please contact the given below number. Dear student, this is my last lecture on the probability. If you want the extra questions, you can refer the textbook and you can try those examples. If you have any difficulties, please contact the given below number. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.